And thanks to our studio audience for joining us today on Delmarva Life. To find out how you can become a member of our studio audience, visit delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab or call the number on your screen, 443-880-9116. Well, loss is a natural part of life, and we all will experience it at one point or another if we haven't already.
There is a woman in Rehoboth Beach who has put her experiences with loss into words. Sally Laux is the author of Life Out of Order. It's a story about her three siblings, and it serves as a source of comfort and common ground for other people. Now, Delmarva Life's Brian Spiros is in Lewis this afternoon with Sally.
That's right, Jimmy. I'm here with Sally Laux, the author of Life Out of Order. Sally, thanks for sitting down and talking with us today. You know, I had a chance to read the book, but for people who haven't yet, explain what the book is about.
Well, the book is about sibling life. I grew up with 5 siblings. There was 6 of us all together. It's also primarily about sibling loss. I've lost 3 of my brothers, 2 to death and 1 to a traumatic brain injury. It's my story of transforming my grief and making sense out of that. And it's also really about what it's like to live with traumatic brain injury.
You know, there's a lot of personal elements in this book, not just about your siblings, but about your life, your parents.
Right.
What made you want to write this book?
Well, primarily what made me want to write this book is that I just really miss my brothers. And I was trying to make sense of how overwhelming the cumulative grief of losing them young. And it also was important for me to find a way to understand sibling loss and how that impacted my life, and also a big important thing about traumatic brain injury and what that's really like to live with and how that changes a person.
Which is a major focus in the book.
Major focus in the book.
Speaking of the book, there was one line from the book that read, "No one thing has gotten me through my years of grieving. It has been many things and many moments strung together." Explain to me what that means.
Well, it means that because of these experiences and the challenges of grief and the challenges of anxiety and secondary things that come with that, that I've really learned to live life in the moment and pay attention and wake up and the realities of life and death, and that there really are, that life is really about moments in time that string together. And, you know, my job, our job, I think, as spiritual beings are to make sense of that and utilize that to make us better people in the world.
You know, writing this book was therapeutic for you, as you said. It was very helpful. Writing can be very powerful in many ways. And what do you hope people get from reading your book?
I hope people, I hope people learn about sibling loss. I hope people get strength just from sharing their own story that's already come. People come to me and say, it's so meaningful to me. I've lost a brother, I've lost a sister, a sibling. I also hope that people, that it gives people an opportunity to heal, and that they learn about traumatic brain injury. They learn about, there's many complicated factors, as you said. I mean, there's sibling life is you know, it's a very unique relationship that people have. And I was kind of called to explore that even more. You
know, for every negative experience, there is a positive. And finally, for you, what positive came out of writing this book and sharing your story?
Oh, my goodness. Many things. It's given me perspective on life. It's given me the courage to live life fully and probably do things that I maybe wouldn't do because you always think you have time. A big positive thing is that I think that people know my brother better. You know, when something happens to a person, that they fall into a patient role, whether it's a long-term illness or a trauma, they become a patient. A patient becomes a patient instead of a person. And this has let the caregivers that care for Matt, he's in a facility right here on Route 9, Peachtree Acres, and they have said to me they feel like they know him better.
So they know him now.
And that's
before
extremely important to me, that people know him better. And it's really important to me that my nieces and nephews who never even know their uncles
know who he was
Right.
before this.
Right. Exactly.
So a very interesting story, and actually you're going to be doing a book reading and a signing this coming Friday
Correct.
in Rehoboth Beach from
Right.
6 to 8 p.m. at Gallery 50. So anyone who wants to
Right.
buy the book, interested
Right.
in reading it, or just come down and meet you will have a chance to
Right.
do so. All
Love
right,
to see you
Sally,
there.
thank you very much for sharing
Thank
your
you,
story. We
Brian.
appreciate it. Again, the book is called Life Out of Order. It's available in hardback and various ebook formats. Now, for more information, you can log on to our website, delmarvalife.com, and click on the show tab.
How about that?
Yeah.
And some- Still ahead on Delmarva Life, many people know it as the Chinese New Year, but actually many Asian cultures celebrate the Lunar New Year.
That's right, Jimmy. Up next, Esther Park from the Delmarva Korean Society joins us to talk traditional food, dress, and games.